Hello, hello. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Like I said, I'd start this episode off with a cue into either Cutter's Cry or Brayflox Long Stop. I queued for both of them at once. Cutter's Cry came up. Let's do this. Oasis in there? Huh. Looks like the anthills crumble a bit. Those are some big ants. Oh god, the tank is not wearing a tank body. Well, I guess they could be glammed. I'll check. Paladin, White Mage, and Bard. A cat dad and 2 cat girls. She is not glammed. Whoa. A lot of the low-level gear, it just has, you know, if it's a multi-purpose, or like any of the classes, it's labeled as Disciple of War. And tank, like basically any melee DPS or physical DPS falls under the category Disciple of War. So the Paladin can wear that, and it's better than what I've got on, but its defense is like what? Only 15 higher. Sand in this dungeon hurts a lot. My HP isn't as high as it should be because my gear, other than my pants, my gear is starting to fall behind. So I haven't been really grinding for gear or buying gear. But you don't really need to as long as you know you're up to, I'd say, within 6 levels of the dungeon on your weapon, and you know, you're not just getting one shot by like stuff. Like I wouldn't have come in here if I only had like 1,000 HP or something. But you know, I've got basically as much HP as the Bard over there, so not doing too shabby. Could be doing better though. Your rank 2 hunting log for your rank team, if it has asked you to kill some monsters in here, you'll want to ask your group to take the right fork. The Paladin almost went down automatically because there's some bats down there that are required for the hunting log. As your group's unwilling to go down there for you, you can always come back at the end of the dungeon until the retail, or you can just run the dungeon again because there are bats and other parts of it that will sort of somewhat let you complete it by running the dungeon multiple times. This boss is kind of interesting. It's one of the first ones where conventional ads somewhat matter. You got the Myrmidon Marshal that just spawned. Basically, when it gets too close to the Myrmidon Princess, it'll tether to her and start healing her rapidly. So you can either try to out-damage it with healing, or you can just kill the Marshal. You didn't used to be able to out-damage that healing, though. That's something that's relatively new. But then you see all these other ads start coming out, too. Basically what has to happen is either your tank has to be so well geared that it can tank them all, or the healer needs to kite. And I remember originally you definitely wanted the... It'd be cool if I could win that, but the tank could also use it as an upgrade because they're wearing like spectacles or some shit. So I fully expect them to take it with need. Yep. But they didn't even wait to put it on, so... There's that. If I were just one level higher, I could have my AoE. First AoE. I'm trying to remember though, the original level I got used like I think it was like level 42 or something like that. And before that, you got Ring of Thorns, so it's been so long I can't quite remember, honestly. I miss Ring of Thorns. Could let you feel like a stripper. One of my favorite dungeons of all time, by the way. A lot of people hate it because they have bad memories of the final boss, but I love it. I have great memories of the final boss. And also, what's kind of funny is the second boss is actually more powerful than the final boss because it doesn't stop the cast all that much. It has this really, really nasty sludge dot that it puts on people. Like, you can... I'd say it's still possible on tank with potion to solo the final boss with lots of kiting and taking, like, forever because it's got a lot of HP. But the second boss, you wouldn't ever be able to solo it at the current level that you're allowed to go in. Like, you could untake solos about any dungeon in this game. But, the second boss here, like at current level? No, not sure. It would overpower and kill you pretty much without not even thinking about it. And here it is. Giant tunnel lane. Not immune to limit breaks, though. I wish that the limit break had like a chance to crit or something. That'd be cool. Because, like you see, like it did 1400 damage, but it felt like nothing. It's like if I get lucky enough on 2 Ultra, I pretty much, you know, I don't eagle it, but definitely gonna comp this healer. They're casting damage spells, they're putting up regen. I love white mages that use regen. A lot of white mages say that you shouldn't use regen because it'll just become overhealing a lot of the time. And that's so dumb. That's so super dumb. Because it's like that's their form of proactive healing. That's like one of the only forms of proactive healing they can do. I put the regen on. One regen is worth like 1 cure 2 and 1 cure 1 by the end of the duration of the hot. So, like, not using it is a huge mistake. I mean, you don't need to be spamming it. Like, you don't need to full time it necessarily, but I like trying to full time it on bosses just to offset auto attacks. And a bow and a subligar. Well, the subligar would be an upgrade, but I doubt that I'll win it, so. Probably a good thing though, because subligars look strange. Oh, they let me have it. Okay. Why do I keep getting pant upgrades? After that blue fire, that's ignited ceruleum. This is my favorite part of the dungeon. Everything turns blue. We're very clearly under part of northern Thanalan now. Like we tunneled into northern Thanalan, where the ground is so rich with ceruleum that it's just turned to sand blue. All the fungus that's growing down here is also blue. These are stock mushrooms. I'm gonna get the treasure. If it's a strength ring or something. Oh man. These would be good if I was a caster, but I'm not. But I guess I could greet them for company seals. We got these red rocks in here. They're like corrupted crystals or something. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what they are. They're either corrupted crystals or fire crystals. It could be either. I don't think anything ever explicitly states it, but this stuff that looks like hyper blue water, not water at all. It's fluid. Basically the equivalent of magical oil. kind of feels like the dungeon, like because of the red crystals, the dungeon's getting more and more dangerous. Now the air looks like it's like full of like bloody mist. Since they notice that I'm new, quote unquote, they might try to explain the boss to me, they might not. They are going pretty fast. This boss is a little bit tricky. It has an attack called Ram's Eyes and an attack called the Dragon's Eyes. For Dragon's Eyes, you basically want to hug it, and for Ram's Eyes, you want to get away from it as fast as possible. Because Ram's Eyes, it goes off faster than Dragon's, or voice. I said eyes. Oh. They'll say the eyes glow, right? So, can't be stunned or silenced. Burn blue. Get away. Yeah, if that ice hits you, it's a, it does a powerful ice burn. So like if the initial hit doesn't kill you, like the dot will probably kill you before your healer can help you out at all. Because it'll do like 800 to 1,000 damage depending on your magic defense, depending on other things. The dot itself is like a 275 tick or something, so. You also target one random party member except for the tank with crosshairs, and he sends that blue, electric bomb out. When it gets close, it explodes. If you get caught in the radius, it will paralyze you. Man, so much Ram's voice. You got against Dragoons. The bard's doing more damage. Make them run in. They don't even have to stop attacking. Ranged always has it so easy. They're not gonna lie, I freaking love playing this. Not gonna get to the limit break level 2, so I might as well break 1 right now. You'll notice my hate meter doesn't really go up at all when you limit break. Limit break damage doesn't cause aggro. Like you'll get initial aggro for like touching a monster or whatever, but you won't. It doesn't actually generate hate proportional to the damage that you deal. Easy peasy. Just like that, we have avenged Sibold's companions. I wonder if he'll have anything interesting to say. Probably not. Aw, more mage gear. Gotta calm the healer. Don't need fluffy boots. I guess I could have greeted that for stuff. Alright, now that everyone's left, there's another treasure box that's worthwhile getting. There's actually a couple. I guess I could go back to the start, see which ones we missed. That's a dead pasty. How about that? I think return is the only way to go backwards in this dungeon, well, other than dying. So, if you just want to walk through it again to look for treasure, use return. Try not to die. Although if you die, I guess, you know, the dungeon being over, it's not that big of a deal. Which is part of the reason I like to go back through, especially if there's something worthwhile to get. Possibly worthwhile to get. It's not down the path of the bats, because that just leads to it's always a broken cane or whatever, which can be crafted into like some really good level 38 cane. Good for its level anyway. But I don't think I've ever seen those put to use since like 2.0's inception, just because you out-leveled them so fast. And that's one of the reasons I'm not buying gear every few levels or anything like that. It's because I would just out-level it, and, you know, what would be the point? Yeah, see, there's a treasure box over here. I really don't want to have to fight stuff. Oh boy. Frayed chest belt, frayed cotton double vest. You can get stuff like that, but sometimes you get ethereal accessories out of these brown boxes. But the brown boxes are never a guarantee, so it's kind of paddling up shit creek, but that's okay. Ethereal pearl. That's caster stuff. I guess it'll come in handy for turning in, though. Now, if you notice, I can just run past these and jump down the sand thing, and then I'm no longer in danger. When you do this dungeon sometimes the tank won't even bother picking up the monsters. Everyone will just run to the shifting sands and skip the monsters entirely, which I kind of hate, because for its level range, this dungeon has really good EXP. It's actually a really quick dungeon. Everyone's geared and know what they're doing. Speaking of geared, let's see. This has got 10 crit, 11 direct, 11 skill speed, and then 8 on all the main stats I care about. The Subligar has a little bit less and the same strength, but more HP and more defense. Yeah. I think I'm gonna stick with the linen. The 1 vitality doesn't really matter to me that much, and I'll get more seals out of the Subligar than I will the linen trousers. So normally I'd be all for the minuscule upgrade, but in this case, nah. I might have to die to get this treasure box. I don't think that I can leave the dungeon while I'm... Ah, Pearl again. Come on. It pains me to just run away from everything, but at the same time, you know, I'm working with the time limit here. Already been in the dungeon 24 minutes, and are you serious? Can't just leave? You son of a bitch. Well, very well, just kill me. It was worth it. Blech. It's the second time I've died on camera. Hey, I got 2 commendations. How about that? Also, you notice how we got 50,000 EXP for killing the Chimera? You didn't used to get EXP for killing dungeon bosses. That was something they added in, I think towards the very end of Heavensward, or it might have been at the very start of Stormblood. But either way, wasn't always a thing. So now we're gonna. Oh, that was quick. So much for DPS queues, huh? I think it's because the Crystal Data Center is actually super duper busy. What with the, you know, the Backstreet, what was it the Game Grumps say? The Backstreet Boys reunion tour going on. It's not like I have to worry about being monetized or anything. I just don't want any of my Let's Play videos taken down and breaking the flow of the thing. I think it's really dumb that you can't talk about the pandemic. You know, the board game pandemic. Where you can, you know, act like you're gonna stop one. Or several. Now, Brayflox Longstop is the dungeon that most people consider the first dungeon where you have to actually think about what you're doing because of some of the mechanics that the bosses have. But honestly, I think it's Sunken Temple of Karn. Not to shit all over this Longstop dungeon. I love this dungeon, but honestly, it's another situation where, like, depending on how hard you hit, and depending on, you know, some other stuff. We got a row for a healer. She's pretty. And then we got some Ora boys. And they're cool. Please remember that online interactions are not rated by the ESRB. The tank's name is a reference to Peppermint, a reference to the sword Silverlight from RuneScape, or if he just likes the words silver and light. Let's re-up our food. Gotta get that EXP bonus, you know. This boss starts with ads, and it frequently spawns them as his HP goes down. But if you want, you can just ignore the ads, because they're not that strong, they don't do anything special. And usually by the time you start summoning the second or third pack, its numbing breath will paralyze you. There's some variety of this, you know, mega chicken thing that can petrify you. I don't think this boss can, but I know another one is capable of doing so. But you can see, like, he's going down super fast. Starting with that is kind of interesting. Not really that interesting, though. I mean, man. Oh no, look, the second attack of bad. Whatever will we do? The boss is only, 90% dead. And the ads just disappear when the boss dies, so it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Our tank. Oh, whoa, what's? Maybe I'm lagging. And this part is kind of interesting. If you pay attention, Brayflox wants you to help save her friends, and if you go too fast, you miss the areas that your friends are in and you don't save them. And it's alright, because saving them doesn't really get you that much. Like, you'll get some ethereal treasure coffers, but most people elect to ignore that, so usually her friends just die, and no one gets any treasure. And it used to bother me severely when I would tank this, and I would go for the treasure. And you see that bridge that's right there, that little wooden bridge? If you cross that, then up on that ridge, 3 poops spawn, and they kill the goblin up there. So, right, and the trigger is crossing that bridge. So we're probably just gonna cross the bridge. Everything's gonna die. They're just gonna ignore the goblins. You can hear you just heard the wind stream or whatever. That was you see the damage going on up there. Those poops are relentlessly murdering the goblin up there. This is a big break. Suppose that green dragon we saw in the intro to the dungeon is gonna make an appearance. You suppose that's the flappy thing? Now you can handle this boss fight one of 2 ways. You can either immediately start killing the ad drake that showed up, that smaller one. I guess it's actually a bias. I don't know what the difference is really. They're in the same monster family. I guess the drakes have fire breath and the biases have lightning breath, but that's like purely cosmetic. You can also just kill, the main drake. The main drake does have more HP, and endurance, like play spike and stuff, but there's really no reason not to just kill the shit out of it. And Brayflox tries to help you here, and basically whenever Brayflox throws a bomb on the boss, it makes the boss target Brayflox with his fire breath, and then Brayflox will run to one of your party members. And pretty much there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you can stun the boss for a second, but you're gonna get fire breathed on you. And it hurts, so that's just... it's one of those things that the healer will have to deal with. Hey, look, a substantial belt upgrade. And I'm the only one who can roll meat on it. Feels good, man. If you look at the map, you'll notice that there's little forks off the dead ends. Little like cul-de-sacs on the southern part of the map here, but it looks like this tank just wants to full steam ahead through the shallow water here. Which is fine by me. I really don't mind. But I do appreciate this non-linear dungeon design. I mean, I say non-linear. I mean, there's only one main path to go on still, and it's fairly straightforward still. But you don't have to stay on the actual path to the bridges. There's side places you can go. Right? It's still mostly a railroad, but back in the day, you know, it made me think that we'd get dungeons that were a little more of an endeavor than what we wound up getting in the future. I still love dungeons, though, even though they're basically miniature versions of Final Fantasy XIII. This boss is called a Hellbender. Not too much to this boss. You might be afraid of its AoEs, but there's really no reason to be afraid of its AoEs as a melee. As the tank, you want to step out of that, but as a melee DPS, you might as well ignore it. It raises your... Oh, come on, don't disconnect. I'm recording here! Oh boy. My internet says it's okay, so it's on 14's end. Maybe PSN. The sad thing is, I'm just gonna have to leave this in. Go ahead and... There you go. 90k. Fantastic. Maybe we'll get back in before the boss is dead. Try logging in later. Wait, just let me back into the game, please. Oh my god. Okay, we'll exit for a second. We'll just log back in. This is annoying. The boss is totally going to be dead when I get back. I'm just going to have to tell you what happens. Basically, when the Hellbender gets down to 20% HP, that big green dragon we saw in the intro to the dungeon jumps down on top of it. What do you mean? Password is incorrect? Ah, Jesus Christ. Have I been hacked? Oh, dear God. Oh, this is not good at all. Try one more time here. Oh, wait. I am entering the wrong password. I'm just frazzled. Yeah, but sorry to ruin the surprise. But yeah, like we're missing out on it. Like we might not even get into the dungeon again since we've logged so far out. You usually have about a 10-minute leeway unless your party just kicks you out for being offline. It says we're still in Brayflox long stop, so maybe we'll get back in. But yeah, the green dragon, it drops down, kills the hellbender, and then you fight it, and once you get it down to like 80% or something, it takes off and runs away to its lair. Then it's the final boss of the dungeon. Pretty cool artwork, showing Limb Civil Ninja. Okay, we're still in a light party, so that's good. Or that swing. Missed out on the boss loot. Missed out on EXP as well. I would have hit 40. Oh well. They waited for me. Nice of them. Dragon sleep. Ayatar. Yeah, this was actually an NM in Final Fantasy XI. Although in 11 it was a Werven, so it didn't have 4 legs. But it was an NM in the Wings of the Goddess expansion at the top of Grauberg, and it dropped a unique Dragoon land. You can stun its breath, I think about 3 times before it becomes immune to stun. It also likes to vomit poison on people, so if it turns towards you, try to get away from it as quickly as possible. It's passing strange that it hasn't done it yet. Toxic vomit. There we go. That's doing it on the tank. Yeah. And basically, it regenerates from its own vomit somehow. So the tank has to pull it out of the poison pool. But literally, we do so much damage with increased potencies these days that even if your tank was dumb and didn't do that nowadays, you could probably just power through it. Like in the old days, definitely had to pull it out of the poison. These days, honestly, since like Stormblood, really. Powering through it is totally an option. Man, he keeps spitting on the tank. That's really unfortunate. Now the way it works is you see its hit circle. If the hit circle is overlapping at all with the poison, it gets regen. So, yeah. The tank thinks he has it out of the poison, he doesn't. He needs to pull it all the way to the wall. But, like I said, we can just overpower it anyway. So, it's all good. Aw, more mage gear, come on. If you're barely ahead of the main storyline, or if you want to get gear for other jobs you're taking up. The infantry set and all the sets from this dungeon are really good to have. And I guess I should have greeted it. Gabby Boo? Why are you sticking around? I wanted to go get the stuff. You're just gonna stick. I guess maybe he's taking screenshots or something. I want to go get some treasure, and I don't want to compete for it. Okay, there we go. Anytime, like, it takes a few minutes. It's really not that worth it. But anytime that people leave a dungeon and you know there's treasure that you can go get, totally just stick around and go get the treasure. Because, I mean, every little bit adds up. And, you know, sometimes you do get worthwhile stuff, especially on the way up. Now, I didn't get lucky, but sometimes out of that box, you can get a, it's a level 32 ring that is job or class dependent or whatever. So like, to really luck out, I would have needed to get it's called like the Lancer's ring, and only Dragoon and Lancer can wear it. It's got like 3 strength, 5 crit, and then like something weird like 2 slashing resistance or something. And there's a ring like that that can come out of that box for every single job and class. So there's like Marauder's ring, there's Archer's ring, there's you know, yeah, other stuff like that. I've never seen, people have told me that the other ring can come out of this box as well. I've never seen it come out of this box ever. And we're probably gonna die before we get to the last box that we can go pick up. Oh, that's okay. It would probably just been more high potions. The only treasure that's really worthwhile in Brayflox is the boss treasure and the treasure you get for saving the goblin companions. So, yeah. Later in the game, like, remember these surroundings? Because later in these are the shells of dragon eggs. So I don't know why there was only one dragon in here in the long stop. If you know these eggs have been here a long time. Maybe it was like a rookery for a while, and you know these are really old eggs, and Ayatar hatched out of one of them and was by itself for a long time. Who knows? I don't. Lost track of how much time I've spent. Disconnect sorta pimped smacked me. I'll see what Brayflox has to say, and then I'll probably go ahead and cut off the episode. Get some lunch. Maybe I should just refer to them as chapters. I don't know. I've been titling them as chapters because it seems more appropriate than episode. But, eh. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. Are you sure? Because my party just let your friends die. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Tasty fresh Gobby treats to clever Uplander. Cheese is stinky sweet Gobby treat. Special make with secret Gobby arts. No party complete without Gobby Gouda. Brayflox every say. Alright, we can warp back to Costa del Sol. And we can finally have Wastecat tell us the shit we need to know about Titan. But we'll have to do that next time. So if you watched, thank you. Have a good day, and stay safe. See you next time. Hopefully there will be no more disconnects for the rest of this Let's Play.